Hi and welcome to a new watch review video. Previously I had an opportunity to do a review of an SGW300, SGW450 and now I have the SGW600 on my hands. It kinda differentiates from the other watches of the SGW line. It's slimmer, more simple looking and yet features a compass, but excludes the barometer mode. It can read the temperature when compass is activated. It's very lightweight at 46 grams. And with other dimensions of 50.6 times 45 and in 12.8 millimeters in thickness. I would say a snug watch. Definitely a wearable watch, multi-purpose and versatile when it comes to wearing occasions. It has all the basic functions and features you would expect from a Casio watch. Everything else is pretty much classic Casio watch also. Also a cool thing to see is the compass section on a display which has a domed crystal. In the day of a big chunky watches is definitely a bold design to come up with from Casio. But it just proves that you can fit many functions in a watch and not to make it big. Features include twin sensor, that's the digital compass and thermometer, world time and world map display over here, 100 meter water resistance, stopwatch, 5 daily alarms, thermometer which ranges display from -10 to 60 degrees Celsius or 14 to 140 Fahrenheit, and it can display it in units of 0.1 degrees Celsius or 0.2 degrees in Fahrenheit. Also you can change over between the Celsius and Fahrenheit. Accuracy for this watch is about plus or minus 20 seconds per month, and the approximate battery life on the CR 2025 battery is around 5 years. Let's get through some basic functions of this watch. I'm gonna start off with the screen indicators, and since this is a full digital watch, you have these two digital displays and a third one over here for a compass mode. Over here in the lower digital display you have your time shown in the digital form. Also there's the day in the English and also a month and day also in numerical value. Over here is your secondary city or your home, and over here is your home city. Also this time zone over here, which is currently lit up, corresponds to the time shown on this upper digital display. Casio calls it the local time city, and your main time, that's your home city. Let's roll through or screw to the modes of the watch by pressing the mode button. You can shuffle between the world time mode, the stopwatch mode, the timer mode, alarm mode, and higher pitch of the sound gets us to the standard timekeeping mode. Also you have the designated compass button over here. When you press the compass button, the compass will indicate the bearing and the sides of the world, or the where your watch is pointed, or where is the north pointed, using these three arrows, unlike the other three sides of the watch which are indicated by one arrow. This is currently the watch calculating its position. Over here in this upper sub dial, the temperature is also shown. Over here, there it is. It's currently reading out 26 degrees. That's because I'm holding my fingers on the case back and the sensor is reading the temperature. Returning to the standard timekeeping mode by pressing the mode button. Also your local time city can be changed. Amongst the world time mode, there's also this secondary or third time zone. So basically you can have the time shown in 3 different time zones. Welcome to the tutorial part of this video review, and I'm gonna start off with setting the time and date on the SGW600. To do that, from the standard timekeeping mode, and I'm currently in the standard timekeeping mode, hold down the adjust button and until the set appears, and wait for it until it disappears and your current time zone is shown over here. So the first setting is setting your current time zone. you can scroll through your time zones using this or this button, and basically you can run through the city code table. And when you run through the city code table, you will also change the value of the time. So I'm gonna get back to Paris because that's my time zone. Moving to the next setting by pressing the mode button, and that is the daylight saving time on, and you can see it's flashing over here. Also, it's indicated over here that the daylight saving time is off, but you can change it by pressing the compass button. So when I press it, it will turn on or off. In my time zone, currently the daylight saving time is off. Moving on to the next function of this watch, by pressing the mode button, it's the 12 or 24-hour time format. Again, pressing the compass button will rotate between those settings, and I'm gonna leave it at 24-hour time format. Pressing it again, I'm moving to the seconds value, and you can only reset the value of seconds. You cannot set the exact value of seconds. So pressing the mode button, I'm moving to the hour value. By pressing the light and the compass button, you can increase or decrease the value of the hours. Pressing the mode button again shuffles to the setting of the minutes, and procedure is the same as for the hours. Pressing the mode button again gets us to setting the year, or increasing or decreasing. So currently it's set to 2020, and it's correct, but you can adjust that by pressing the light or the compass button to increase or decrease the value of year. The procedure is exactly the same for setting the month and date setting, or the day, sorry. Next press of the mode button gets us to setting the button operation tone, and you can basically leave it at on, or pressing the compass button you can mute it, and also it's indicated on this over here. I'm gonna leave it at on. Next press of the mode button gets us to setting the illumination duration, and it's blinking 1, which stands for 1.5 seconds. When I press the light button, the light will stay on for 1.5 seconds. By pressing the mode button, I can shift it to 3, and the 3 value means that it will stay on for 3 seconds. So I'm gonna leave it at 1 second, and pressing the mode button one more time gets us to basically the beginning of the cycle, and we have ran through the settings of setting the time and date, plus the button operation tone and the illumination duration. Once you are done with the settings, you can press the adjust button to return to the standard timekeeping mode, and all of the operations will be implemented. Another setting I would like to show you is the setting the local time, and that's a similar operation from setting the time and date. Basically, this display over here always shows you the local time and your local time zone. So pressing and holding the adjust button until a set appears, and then pressing it and holding it one more time, still holding it actually, you enter the setting the mode. Again, set, and there it is. It beeped twice. So currently you have basically the blank screen. You have the time zone flashing, the Paris, and now we are pressing the compass button to shift between the time zones. Please do indicate please watch the time zones over here shift as I am pressing the mode button. So let me just press it, and you can see the time zones are shifting, and you can leave it at any time zone you want. So I'm gonna leave it at the Tokyo time zone just for the video purposes, and once you are done, pressing the adjust button returns us to the standard timekeeping mode. And with that, we are done with the setting the time and date on this watch. World time mode. The world time mode lets you look up to the current time in a third city, which can be any one of the 48 cities or 31 time zones around the world. This is an addition to your more commonly used home city and the local time city displayed in the timekeeping mode. How to enter the world time mode? Well, that's done by pressing the mode button from the standard timekeeping mode, pressing the mode button once, and you have entered the world time mode. And what are these screen indicators in the world time mode? First of all, you have your local time, local city time. Over here you have the world time city code. Over here you have world time city time, and over here you have the home city time. How to shuffle between the watch time zones or the cities? Pressing the compass button whilst in the world time mode, we will shuffle through the basically through the cities and the different time zones, and automatically the time in that time zone will be displayed in this segment over here. How to swap your world time and your local time city. So your world time city and your local time city. In the world time mode, you can hold down and press and hold down the light button for about 5 seconds, and that will change those two times. So basically one will become the other one. And that would be the basics of the world time mode on the SGW600. The stopwatch mode on the SGW600. The stopwatch lets you measure the elapsed time, split times, and the two finishes. The display range of the stopwatch is 59 minutes and 59.99 seconds. The stopwatch continues to run, restarting from 0 after it reaches its limit, until you stop it. The stopwatch measurement operation continues even if you exit the stopwatch mode. How to enter the stopwatch mode? Well, by pressing the mode button once and pressing it again, so twice, we have entered the stopwatch mode. Over here, the first row 0 is representing the minutes. These are the seconds. These are the 1/100th of a second. And this is your, over here, your home time. How to measure the times with the stopwatch? How to measure the elapsed time? Well, press the compass button to start it. There it is. So currently I'm showing you how to measure the elapsed time. Press the same button to stop it and to resume it. Stop it again and adjust button to clear the value or reset it. How to measure the split time? Well, pressing the compass button to start it, adjust button to split, and the SPL will be indicated on the sub-dial. So let's press it. There it is. Adjust button to split release, stop it, and adjust button to clear it. How to measure the two finishes? Pressing the compass button to start it, pressing the adjust button, first runner finishes, and it will display the time of the first runner. Press the compass button to stop, second runner finishes, and pressing the adjust button, split release, display time of the second runner, and pressing the adjust will clear the values. And those will be the basics of a stopwatch on this SGW600. The countdown timer. To enter the countdown timer from this standard timekeeping mode, press the mode button 3 times and you will enter the countdown timer. Over here we have represented the hours, minutes, and the seconds value. How to start the countdown timer? That's done by pressing the compass button, and the timer will start to count down. How to stop the value? Well, pressing the compass button again. How to reset the countdown time? Pressing the adjust button. How to configure the countdown timer start value, or the value of this number over here? Holding and pressing it the adjust button, and we have the hours flashing. How to increase or decrease the value? Pressing the light and the compass button will increase or decrease the hour value. And once you have done it, pressing the mode button moves to setting the minutes value. And again, you can increase or decrease the value of the minutes by pressing the compass and the light button. Next press of the mode button will shuffle to the auto repeat, is it on or off, and you can shift it with using the compass button. I'm gonna leave it off, and pressing it again returns us to the beginning of the cycle. Once you are done, pressing the adjust button returns us to the beginning of the countdown timer mode, and you can again start your countdown timer. And basically those are the basics of the countdown timer on this watch. The alarm mode gives you a choice of 4 daily alarms and 1 snooze alarm. Also use the alarm mode to turn the hourly time signal on and off. How to enter the alarm time by pressing the mode button until you get to ALM over here, and there it was shown briefly. So currently you have the alarm number indicated over here. This is your home time. This is the alarm time in the hours and minutes, and over here you have indication that the alarm is on. So basically you can shuffle between the alarms using the compass button, and you can see the I'm shuffling over here between the ALL 1, 3, 4 snooze alarm and the hourly time signal. How to activate the alarm? Well, that's done by pressing the adjust button, and the alarm will be turned on. Pressing it again will turn the alarm off. That is true for all of the cycle from the alarm, 4 alarms, snooze alarm, and the hourly time signal. How to set the value of your alarm? Let's say alarm number 1, by pressing and holding the adjust button, and you have entered the process of setting your alarm. So currently the hours are flashing. Use the light or the compass button to increase or decrease the alarm value. The hour value. Pressing the mode button moves to setting of the seconds, and again you can use this or this button over here to set the value of the minutes. Pressing the mode button again returns us to setting the hours. So basically you have ran through the cycle of setting the value of the alarm. Once you are done, pressing the adjust button will automatically exit the settings, and it will also automatically turn the alarm number 1 on. Pressing the adjust button once again, it will turn the alarm on. So as I said previously, the procedure is exactly the same, as well as for the hourly time signal, as well as for the all the other alarms. And in the end, I'm going to show you the indicators on the screen that can occur when you use the or activate some of the alarms or the snooze operations on this watch. The compass mode on this watch. Now the compass has its dedicated buttons. So from the standard timekeeping mode, by pressing the comp button, you will engage the compass, but also you will start the engage the thermometer sensor also. So you will have your sensors running and showing the sides of the world, as well as your temperature readouts from this watch. When I pressed the compass button, the watch started to take direction and temperature readings. After about 2 seconds, the angle at the 12 o'clock position of the compass dial is facing, and the current temperature reading will appear. So currently that's not doing it because this watch is demanding for the bidirectional calibration or the sensor calibration. So let's start it again, and I'm gonna talk about that calibration later. Direction readings will be taken each second for about 10 seconds and then stop automatically. Temperature readings will be taken every 2 seconds for about 10 minutes and then also stop automatically. And to perform the direction and temperature reading, press the compass button again. There we are. How to take a direction reading. I'm gonna show you an image over here so you can better understand what I'm talking about. While the watch is in the digital or the digital compass or the thermometer mode, place it on a flat surface, or if you are wearing the watch, make sure that your wrist is in the horizontal position. Point the 12 o'clock position of the compass dial in the direction you want to measure, and then press the compass button. After about 2 seconds, the direction that's at the 12 o'clock position of the compass dial is pointing appears on the display. The compass dial's pointer indicates the magnetic north. After the first reading is obtained, the watch continues to take direction readings automatically each second for about 10 seconds. And as I said earlier, to engage the compass mode, press the compass button again. And those will be the basics of the compass mode on this watch. Calibrating the bearing sensor. If you feel that direction readings from being produced by the watch are not correct for some reason, you can calibrate the bearing sensor to correct them. You can use either of two methods to calibrate the bearing sensor correction or the magnetic declination correction. The message CAL or CAL will appear on the display to remind you to calibrate your watch. With bearing sensor correction, you rotate the watch in accordance with the movement of an on-screen indicator. Doing this will recalibrate the magnetic sensor of the watch with magnetic north for the area where are you located. So, how to actually calibrate the bearing sensor? First of all, remove the watch from your wrist and position it so its back is parallel with the ground, and that's it. And the 12 o'clock position, that's over here, of the compass dial is pointed away from you, so it's in the correct position. In the digital compass mode, hold down the adjust button, and that's the upper left one, until the segments display in the bearing indicator dial. So that's the dial over here. So let's press and hold it, and there they are lit up. So let me zoom in. Press the compass button. This will cause the segments of the dial to disappear in the clockwise sequence one by one, and yes, they are. As each dial segment disappears, rotate the watch so the neighboring segment to the right is pointed to the north. So let's go. So I should have done cycle it like this, and I would have to receive the OK or error. So let's see what will the watch show. First, I didn't do it correctly for the first time, so I'm trying to do it correct this time. The watch will either show OK or ERR, standing for error, unsuccessful, and press the adjust button to complete the procedure, or D to calibrate again. So it says it's OK, and you can stop the calibration correction anyway through it. And once we are done, press the adjust button, and we are back at the compass mode. We have calibrated the sensor watch. These three arrows show the north, and these are the other sides of the world. How to specify the temperature display unit in the digital compass or the thermometer mode, and that's entered by pressing the compass button. Hold down the adjust button until the cal starts to flash on the display. Then let it go and press a mode button, units. So 3 times I press the mode button until the units had been shown over here, and you can see the at the temperature readout you have the Celsius flashing over here. And while they are flashing, press the compass button to rotate between the where is my, okay, there it is. There is the compass button, and I'm pressing the compass button, and you can see it's scrolling between the Celsius and the Fahrenheit. And once you are done with the settings, just press the adjust button and the watch will return to the standard timekeeping mode, the compass mode, and your settings will be implemented. And that would conclude this watch review, the review of the SGW600. Thank you very much for watching yet another long review of mine. Please do leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more watch content. Thanks.